Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Here is your recap. Pretty quick after the last session, but that's good. I will make "and Gilly" the top line of the description, so here we go. And pause. There's your recap. Helps to hit all of the correct buttons. Jesus Christ, I was struggling with buttons that time, but we are good to go. Intro recorded.
Intro recorded. Are we on the internet?
We are on the internet.
We are.
Hi, Internet.
Hello,
I'm
Internet.
sleepy and I'm still reading.
We are still reading.
Might help if
Yeah.
I put my freaking eyeballs on, but my head's a little funky. So I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Has anyone checked to see if that one guy is still watching our videos?
I think
have not seen
glanced
any other
recently. He did not
comment.
respond to my comment towards him, and he has
Okay.
not commented since.
Coward.
Don't call him a coward.
Okay. Don't leave him.
That particular video did get like 50 fucking views for some reason.
That must have somehow hit the little algorithm and been promoted for a
right
little
way.
while.
Oh.
How we doing, Burris? You still reading?
Yes, I'm sorry. I'm slow today.
Yo.
Oh, yes. First time as a DM, not doing. Right. Fuck that.
She still has flight speed along the ground, but I am not doing. She can't hold any altitude, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Also, the only thing I could think of that I would do as a dragon is to grab somebody and make off with them as a meal, and I didn't want to do that to you guys.
Come on. It worked out so well for the Eyes of Amethyst.
They all have ways to fly.
You guys are very resourceful. I do.
Quite.
That's really fine.
Slowly. Although I was thinking about it, and I think everybody in the party has a way to save themselves from falling. Either they can slow fall or do whatever, except for Snaps. If Snaps comes back and falls, she's fucked. So I might have to find something for her.
She doesn't land on her feet.
She doesn't land on her feet. Are we done reading?
Yes, I just finished reading. I'm sorry.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. So let's get started. Ba-dum-bum-bum. I need to move you guys. Because I'm the DM. Alright. Gilly, your call lightning spell has a cloud above that is a 60-foot radius.
Oh.
If I recall,
believe
it
yes.
was call lightning.
Storm cloud,
I've
60-foot
had-
radius. 60.
And you
10 feet tall,
centered it
60-foot
on-
radius.
perfect. You centered it on the top middle square of the dragon. I have had Aste's token sitting here on the GM layer, so I'm going to make use of it and use him to anchor an aura that shows us the radius of that cloud.
Oh.
light gray circle?
We can.
Yep.
All right, cool. That's going to delineate our cloud. Alrighty, but Astay's not really there. And without the professor, we're kind of low on intelligence. But we're wisdomous. We're perceptive. We're insightful. We're noticers. We notice things. Gilly and Rasa are going to notice a little something. Not because of their high passive perception, although they do both have really high perception, but because of their unique life experiences. Because Gilly is so familiar with dragons in general, and because Rasa is familiar with white dragony things in particular, you both know what white draconic scales look like as they age and as they heal and scar from wounds. This dragon is an adult. She's on the smaller side, kind of runty, you might say. But as a white dragon ages, their scales dull a bit and some darken, and it kind of helps them blend in with their surroundings. This particular dragon's hide is marked by patches of deep gray and pale blue and many, many old scars. She may not be ancient, but she is old, clearly a survivor. And she is incandescently angry right now and stunned. But even though she can't move, you both notice that there's a telltale sign of magical frost starting to form at her lips. She has her breath weapon back. So I checked with our DM, and even though she couldn't do actions on her last turn, rolling the d6 for the breath weapon can still happen. That's just a thing that happens over time, and I rolled a 6.
All right.
So that happened. And so we're going to begin at the top of round 5 with Maev. What you gonna do?
If I recall correctly, I had not clicked the button, but I am clicking the button that says I'm angry again.
You did rage a second time, so yes, you are raging.
Cool. With that being the case, I'm gonna do the thing that I do, and I'm gonna run into the danger and attack it.
Okay.
I believe that gives me advantage with a foggy. Oh, and she's stunned, so I think that also gives me advantage. And 15 plus 9 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
Fantastic. And one of these. Nice. 17 points of magical slashing damage. And I shall do it again.
Okay.
Oh, not as good. Not as good at all. 18 to hit.
18 is exactly what you need.
Ah, cool. So not as good on the damage. 7 plus 7 is 14 damage.
Yeah.
And my ghosty guys are back out. I have to remember which character I'm playing. This is not a level 20 ranger with fuck ton of hit points. Okay. Alright. I believe that is all of the things. that I can do.
Okie dokie. Alrighty. In that case, it is Ross's turn with Foggy on deck.
Alrighty.
Or
We're gonna just. I would scale on.
Do I need to remove the guy?
Yeah, maybe.
using his corpse as a
Yeah, partial cover.
more.
And we are gonna do the blades. What else to do? Dragon is stunned. Would that mean I get advantage on it, even though I'm
Yes.
from a distance, or no?
Yes.
Hold on. 18 to hit.
That's exactly what you needed.
Sneak attack. Choose.
Whopping 7 points.
7?
Yes. Just a little.
Okay.
We're gonna do another blade. Curvy. Plus a bunch of stuff.
I'm having
We're
some
holding
trouble
for
hearing,
math.
but I heard 7
yeah,
plus a bunch of stuff.
17.
17 does not hit.
plus a bunch of stuff.
No, 17 plus a bunch of stuff.
Plus 17 plus. Okay, yeah, that definitely hits.
Yep. Okay. Hush, doggy.
That's opinion.
How?
31 points more of psychic damage.
Hell yeah.
31?
31, because I decided to use my sneak attack on that.
Okay, she is looking very hurt.
Good.
That stun saved your ass.
And then I would like to respond to her insult with a, I may be a wingless brat, but at least I'm not a bitch.
Okie dokie.
Well done.
Can I have Gilly peek up over that rock she's crouching behind and say, ask Countess Marina her opinion of that? And swim back down.
Yeah,
Ah!
I love it.
You gotta roll d6 plus whatever levels.
D6 plus 9.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, anybody.
Twilight Siege.
3.
Mayev should do that as well. D6 plus 9.
Okay. 12 to. All right.
And then I believe you said it is me.
And it is your turn now, yeah. And she's looking really fucked up.
Yeah, well,
Super duper fucked up.
prepare for botch, ladies and gentlemen. Why did I say a single thing? That is
She's still stunned till the
atrocious.
end of your turn?
Correct.
Till the end of Foggy's turn. Yep.
But
So
even
does
still,
Foggy have advantage? Did you
yes, I
roll
do.
with
Yeah.
advantage?
I
on the
did,
budget?
and I rolled like crap.
And you're blessed.
Oh,
And you're
blessed.
blessed.
Oh yeah,
Add a
bless.
d4. That might be enough. It's a
Snaps
1.
is kind of participating in this battle.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Not quite enough.
Okay, second attack. $17.
Not quite enough.
Why did I say a single damn thing?
Did you remember to do your Laura motherfucking Bailey rolls?
No, I didn't. That one's
Can you
better
use a key
for-
point and try again?
No.
No.
14 on the third. All of those were terrible.
Nope. No.
Good.
I could use my last key point to throw 2 more attacks. Yeah, because I've done absolutely nothing with this turn. I have to at least do something. So spending a
She's
key
looking
point.
very hurt.
Well, I've done nothing, so you know. Okay. 14. 23 to hit.
That hits.
Five points of bludgeoning damage.
5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And last. Okay, thank you. 29 to hit.
That's more
29
like
hits.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Jesus, I did something, guys. Holy fuck.
it.
It's looking very, very hurt.
Jeez, I could have killed her
Um,
right there, but I failed to.
And I guess she's unstunned now
Yes,
and
she
can
is
use a
now
legendary action since
unstunned
it's
and could legendary action, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but if she runs away from either of you two, she's fucked. And so I'm gonna do 2 legendary actions to beat my wings, and
Yeah, that tracks.
you two close to me need to do a DC 19 dexterity saving throw.
Oh, good. Wait, I also didn't
Advantage.
take my d6 plus 9 at the end of my turn, and it's 10.
Advantage against effects you can see. I can see her beating her wings.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's a natural 20. 22.
Okay, my up's fine.
You're welcome,
Let's see.
Thank you.
because I took all of the rest of that. Natural
It
3.
doesn't say anything. It doesn't say you even take half damage if you succeed. You just nothing happens. But Foggy's gonna take some damage and be knocked prone.
Oh, good.
Um,
God damn it.
I mean,
I'm not
You
using those
stunned
dice
her,
for
she
the rest
knocked
of the
you
night.
on your butt. It's fair.
Is it?
he's
Yeah.
and it's bludgeoning damage. So
Oh yeah, I will take half of that.
let's see. So it's a total of 10 bludgeoning damage,
Okay.
and you are prone. And then minus, I'm sorry, you have it down
Yes.
to 5. And she's not gonna run away because Maiev is still standing up and she's very bloody, but she is arrogant and angry, and she's going to lean down to your prone form and growl something in Draconic at you. Her eyes are just gonna flick to the northern skyline, where one large mountain kind of dominates. It's the mountain that you're traveling towards. And then
Oh,
she's going to look
Jesus.
from that mountain back down to you and growl something. Where are you? There you are.
I do understand Draconic.
Yep. And I just put it in your chat.
Ah, I see.
And it's mine too, because
You know, I think she's big and she's not exactly quiet, even though it's directed at Foggy. So Gilly is going to hear it and Rasa is going to hear it.
Oh no.
And
Oh.
Gilly is going to know a little something extra because Gilly knows dragons. So I'm throwing a little something else in Gilly's chat.
And I know it doesn't help because Maiev has no idea what she says. But Maiev did hit her. Her ghosty guys are out. And therefore, Moof the Lethal, her full-blooded orc grandmother, I believe, yes, is all up in the art from the tavern door's face.
All right.
So that happened, and yeah, poor Maiev doesn't know what's going on between the giant that was being spoken earlier and now the draconic. She's just here to kill things. But what
Yup.
does she see any reaction from Foggy to that?
Yeah. The fists clenched tight enough to start to bleed. And not thinking about it in common, he's gonna shout, "Don't you fucking dare!"
Okie dokie. And it is now Dusk's turn. Bring us home, Dusk, please.
All right. So looking very hurt, huh?
Yep.
Looking very hurt. All right. Dusk.
Looking very
I did click my heels and do steps the night before. I think it was last time. I did not take flight yet, but I'm going to take flight now.
All right.
And I am. First, I want to just double check how mislead works. Again, it takes some action to move him. Yeah, I'm going to just go flying in. I'm going to like drop my shield, two-hand the flame tongue sword, and I'm just going to activate it again, Lessa, and just go flying in. I'll probably kind of loop around over here to get advantage. I get with Foggy, right? Is that it?
Yes,
Is that it?
that
Is that
works.
it?
Yeah,
There it is.
that's perfect.
I'm gonna come flying in, kind of at like chest height, with the flame tongue sword, and I'm going to just try and go for the jugular. Let's see. Where's my D20? That's not the D20. A 13.
Not hit.
But I'm gonna bonus action.
Bonus action.
Spiritual weapon.
Anyway, hold on. I have your spiritual weapon down here in the corner. I think I
Sweet.
gave you control of it. Let me check.
Yep. So I'm just gonna drop it on the other side by Foggy, and it will attack. Last ditch effort here. Oh yeah. That's a 26.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Wait, I have. Trying to remember how upcasting. I meant to upcast it. Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna upcast it to level 4. So it'll be 2d8. That'll be 16 force damage.
How do you want to do this? She only had 6 spots left.
so
Oh.
so Dusk is gonna come flying in hot. He's gonna have his sword like lit up, and it's just a ruse because he knows like, I don't know if I'm gonna hit. I'm not very good with the sword yet. I just killed a giant, but he's thinking to himself, it's like, so in the back pocket he's got his spirit. He just starts casting the spell in his head. and he swings and whiffs like against he whiffs like right in front of the face of the dragon, distracting it, and then he just does the somatic motion to cast whatever. Yeah, he says Lasa, and then he uses the word he uses, I don't know if spiritual weapon. I haven't figured it out. I don't remember. And this spectral version of Lightbringer just comes crashing down on its head. And he just says, "Blessings of Saluda on you, you evil monster."
And Foggy on the ground just sees Lightbringer just come down and crush the dragon's skull down into the slushy snow next to him, and just there's brains, there's it's a mess. It's a bloody, snowy mess. And we're
Hell yeah.
out of initiative for whatever you guys want to do.
Dusk
Stand
sits
up.
down in the snow and takes a break. Just a breather.
As Dusk's behind hits the snow, another bolt of lightning comes down and strikes the corpse of the dragon from over here, I guess, so that it doesn't hit anybody else. And Gilly behind the rock just goes, "Achoo! Excuse me."
Russ is going to walk over to Dusk and quite literally cuff him upside the head, going, "Sure, dummy, call the dragon."
Well, I mean, kill dragons is kind of our thing now.
Not
This
to
is just one
mention,
that
did you
we're
hear what this bitch
responsible
said?
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was the deal with that? She
What-
mumbled
what?
something.
Yeah, she's gonna go to Snaps's family and eat them alive and make it her place. Her home, her lair, whatever.
Or was, and he spits on her.
How's that going to work out for you, you evil fart?
And I think Mayev's rage is probably starting to subside as this chatter happens, but she's gonna start hacking into the hide of this thing at learning that that is what was said.
It's already dead. Who am I kidding? Cathartic.
You two. You two that got, well, actually 3 now that Gilly's up close. Roll me a perception check.
Was that for me too?
Yeah, all 3 of you that came up close to the dragon.
A 23.
That was close enough.
Yeah, Rasa was right here. So
No, put me on it. No.
Group looky loo.
Although Gilly's
Or-
looky-loo is maybe a little distracted because she's also sort of they are also sort of trying to decide which scales she wants to harvest.
Although I had the DC for this on my other sheet from last time, which I threw in a pile. So yeah, I think most, if not all of you, are going to see it. You're going to notice the healing blight wound that Foggy noticed last time when he got up close. It's like somebody cast a high level blight on this dragon maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. That's kind of healed. It's just the pattern of it. You've seen Snaps cast it before, and Gilly I think knows that spell, so would know what it looks like. So just a small thing there. But yeah, if you guys want to harvest it, do some looting.
Dusk is gonna find one of its teeth and use one of his wood carving tools to carve it out of its mouth if necessary.
Did he get advantage because they're the same thing as dentist tools?
I don't know how harvesting the monster stuff works. Does somebody have a resource for that?
Oh, there is a monster harvester book. I think it's a nature check, and the DC changes depending on what you're trying to harvest.
I I
I
do
know we have
remember.
harvested things before.
I do remember I downloaded one of the MCDM Arcadia magazines had an issue of looting monsters. I just have to find it. But it may take me a bit. So I'll wait up.
Maya was just
Ragon.
letting some anger.
I found a thing. I found a PDF thing. Alrighty.
Is it called a monster harvester?
Yeah, with Arcana Times. Monster
Yeah, here we go.
Harvester's
The
Manual.
Monster Harvester Handbook. A, B,
So many different kinds of
C.
dragon. Dragon white adult. Well, there's not going to be an egg.
No, thank
Maybe
you.
you guys are going for
Fundamentum.
fun. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
I don't either.
It must be
But it's a
maybe it's
DC
something having
20
to do
to
with
get it.
maybe that's part of their breath weapon, and it's like a magical alchemy thing.
Ah.
Just a guess. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there. But yeah, you could go for the claws, the teeth, the scales, and then there are softer body parts one could go for. I mean, if you wanted to lug around a dragon skull, you could try to clean that off.
Tempting.
I think Ross would attempt to find possibly a dragon scale that is a little bit more curved than the rest. So possibly up by like the top of the head or
Okay.
and that's all she's at.
Okay. So yeah, roll a what does this tell us what to roll? Is it a nature check?
Dexterity, anything based on dexterity.
Dexterity. Roll just a dexterity check for me.
She is the one to ask for that.
Second.
I did not hear it.
A dexterity check
Dexterity check, yes.
would be a 14.
The DC is a 15. The scale kind of breaks the scale that you're going for. Just kind of, you almost got it, and then the thing just cracks down the middle.
I rolled it. It is.
I don't know what Maya was going for, but she got a 17.
Dusk was going after one of its teeth. I don't know. Same thing.
Dusk was going. Yeah. Was that 23 your perception on it?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and roll a dex check.
I'm gonna go ahead and
We don't know what else we're gonna meet today.
cast.
Are we all still blessed under the Maiev moment?
That fades with her rage, so her
Yeah.
rage would be gone now.
I must have traded enhance ability. Oh, of course. Good time for it. All right. Here goes nothing.
You're going for teeth, which is
3.
actually easier than the scales. Oh God,
3.
no! The tooth breaks. You try for a couple of teeth and they just shatter. She's kind of old for an adult dragon, and she's been through some stuff, and her teeth just kind of crumble as you're trying to get them.
Well,
Wasn't that
Was
dangerous?
Gilly also going for some scales?
Gilly was eyeballing some scales. She rolled an 18. But
Gilly
seeing the scale snap in Ross's hand, they'll just kind of work it gentle, careful. Here we go. Here you go, Rasa. And hand it off to Rasa because Gilly's giving like that.
Rasa has a really, really lovely white dragon scale. It doesn't tell me how much, how many scales, but that's okay.
It's worth
One could
68
also
gold
go
pieces.
for 68 gold I just don't know how many scales are able to be harvested, but one could go for claws and horn as well. One of her horns is broken, but the other one is still intact. If anybody wanted to try.
Dusk is going to keep going after teeth until there's no more left.
Okay, roll again for teeth.
Again for teeth.
Hold on. Add it.
And I assist him. I'll lean over his shoulder. Gilly's going to lean over his shoulder and be like, no, wait. Just go with the one behind that one. Just a little behind that one.
Okay. So do I have advantage or?
Or add my 2, whatever he decides is appropriate.
Go ahead and take advantage.
Thank God. Well, still an 11 straight roll. So, but
That's
I had a
fine.
natural 1.
It's only a 5 to get teeth, so a 3 was just not enough.
Oh.
I'll say like most of the teeth in her mouth crumble, but you get like one of the bottom fangs and then like a couple of like sharp ones from the side. You got like 3 teeth in total.
So this is why no one like me should be a dentist, right?
Mhm.
I don't want Dusk to be my test.
No, no, thank you.
Open wide, blessings of
Go ahead
Saluna
with
on
the carving
you.
tools. Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Mm.
And just as Raza is thinking, let's not beat anything else today. Raza, you catch a little bit of movement out of the corner of your eye.
Fuck. Another dragon?
Full alert. She is like hound dog.
Hound dog. Pointer?
There,
Pointer?
pointer. Thank you.
Just
Whatever.
a
My
pointer.
brain is tired. Leave me alone.
Ooh.
She is well, the sun is kind of it's not quite sunset, but to the left of the screen, to your left, there is basically a ridge. It's quite tall, and the sun is sinking behind it, so it's quite hard to see. But there is something going on in a this away direction. Something just blocked the light up there.
What?
Something over there.
And then, I don't know what you guys do. You start seeing some movement and something charging through the snow down the ridge.
Oh,
Something's coming.
Ugh. Form up.
shall we-
It.
Son of a
Insight
bitch.
check.
Oh.
Insight. Is it coming as in danger? Is it coming as in
It is moving with purpose, and now you notice there are 2 other somethings
They're
behind it
pretty.
that are a little bit slower. And as the fear in your heart is jumping up into your throat, you realize that there is a group of tabaxi on that ridge and walking towards you.
Meow.
See, I need. And the one in the front, she is. You ever see a video of one of those trains with a plow on the front of it? And it's just plowing the snow right off the tracks. That's the way she's moving. She's just moving very directly with purpose. The snow is not slowing her at all. She is outpacing the other 2. But she is just walking directly toward. Actually, as soon as she gets close, she's gonna see Gilly and start walking toward Gilly. She's gonna. I don't know if the misdirect is still there, but she's just walking past it.
Oh,
And
I
then the
probably
other
put
2 are walking much more slowly. Do you guys say anything?
Do we know who?
As she gets closer, you recognize her as you saw her in the vision. She was the Tabaxi woman in full plate armor, kind of, I think to the right, I think I said she was, but she was there in that vision. She's very stern looking.
We saw
Heard you had a
her.
dragon problem.
Maya's
And she's
probably
just gonna
gonna.
reach out a hand and touch Gilly. She's not even saying anything to you guys yet. I mean, you had a dragon problem, sure. She just kind of looks at the dragon.
If she is reaching out to touch Gilly without any words or interaction or whatnot, Rasa might put her hand on top of the paw.
And she's
Maya
just
is
gonna
like
look.
flip flopping back and forth between I have to protect everyone and wait, I think that's a friend, and so she just like awkwardly
Friend
waves.
shape.
It's friend shaped, but there is no interaction, and we immediately go to touch. We have issues.
And she's just gonna kind of look at you for a moment, and then she'll relent a little bit and nod her head and
Rasa would release.
introduce herself as Hidden Ice, Knight Protector of the Morning Temple clan.
Morning Temple's good.
You're the people we're looking for.
You could just call me Gilly.
And she looks at you, Gilly, and her expression softens, like compared to these other people around. And she's going to reach
Yeah,
down to her
soft
belt.
green eyes, very, very slow blink.
Okay. And she's going to not take out her weapon, but she is going to reach down to her belt and touch the weapon that is hanging on her belt. And you all are going to see that it looks very familiar. It is a flail, and there are little wisps of smoke coming out of it. It is the physical representation of Snap's spiritual weapon. And I did not know this thing existed when I first called out what Snap's weapon looks like as a sensor flail, but it's a thing in D&D.
Ah,
The thing.
And let's see, I
Maya's
have a picture
probably
of
gonna
it
get a
that
little choked up.
she's going to say a word in Celestial. I think Gilly speaks Celestial. Does anyone else speak Celestial?
Nope.
Polar opposite.
Okay. Polar opposite. Let's see. I have a picture of it. I have too much going on my screen.
Oh, hush. Moody, moody.
Angry doggy.
Just has opinion.
Oh yeah, this thing.
cool. Love that.
Yeah, here you go, YouTube. I'll flash that on screen for you.
Yeah,
Flash
that's
the screen.
badass.
Flash the watchers.
Mhm.
I have way
And
too much going on my single screen here.
they said something in Celestial.
She said something in Celestial, and you're the only person who's going to understand it. Let's see. Because I like playing with languages. Why did I do this to myself? And that's clearly a magical activation word for this thing.
Okay.
And she's going to motion you all. She's just going to say, gather in, gather. And she's just like very matter of fact, just gather in. Let's see. She wants you all to get within 10 feet of her because the smoke is going to start pouring out of this thing a little bit more and radiate out to about 10 feet. And for 1 minute, at the start of each of her turns, she and any other creatures in the incense each gain 1d4 hit points. So at the
Oh,
start
heck
of
yeah.
each of your turn, you and any other creatures in the incense each regain 1d4 hit points.
Okay, cool.
And for how many turns?
10, because it's for a minute.
Okay.
One,
So I'm just going to start rolling
two,
d4s and healing myself until I'm at full, or I
three.
roll 10. Yeah?
4,
Yeah.
5,
2.
6,
That's the
7,
devotee's sensor, if anyone's
8,
curious.
It is.
9, 10.
And as this first interaction has happened, because she just beelined, power walked right through the snow straight toward you guys, the other two were approaching more slowly. The little guy in the front is just bouncing excitedly, but not willing to get too far away from the gentleman in the back, who has a bow out and an arrow knocked, and is just proceeding cautiously, looking at the dead bodies, but also just he's got an eye on everything around. He's looking for danger just in case, and so the two of them are gonna slowly approach, and you will recognize them as the young tabaxi boy who was in the entryway of the temple, the vision, and then
How young?
well, yeah, he's like 15 or
Like
16.
6.
Um,
Okay, okay.
I
he's
heal
not
for
like a baby
26.
child. He's a
Got
teenager.
it.
And Clash. He's an orange, stripy tabaxi, and he's looking a little haggard, but he's here. That's what he can say for himself.
And Clash is the one from my future memory, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
Clash
you
and
saw
Guest would have
Clash
been
and
at a
Guest,
wedding.
the tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's not hurt at all, so he's gonna split off and actually just start checking bodies and making sure that giants are fully dead, because he knows giants, and he's gonna, if no one stops him, he's gonna circle around and inspect the dragon.
Dead things should stay dead,
this-
am I right?
Hmm.
Not always.
Not always.
And he's actually examining that blight wound. But this guy over here, he's just bouncing, and he's excited, and he's not saying anything, and he's just like, he's you see like a teenager, and he's in black and gray vestments basically, and he's a little disheveled. He's got like permanent bedhead, and he's got um a messy book in his hands, and he's got a bunch of like doodads hanging, like handmade looking doodads hanging from his belt, and he's like, his mouth is closed, but he looks like he wants to say something, and he's just looking at you guys with massive eyes, massive pupils, just taking you all in.
And he's the one that I clocked in the doorway.
In the entryway, like he was maybe listening at the door of the chapel while everyone else was gathered.
I think upon seeing Clash come up all duty and focused, Maya probably got a little. I mean, she was already choked up having seen the physical of Snaps's spiritual weapon. She probably kind of like not fully dropped to a knee, but like her knees got a little weak when Clash walked by, so she's gonna try to recenter herself by looking at the child and just kind of like move a little closer to him and go, Did they bring you along because you were
Hey.
trying to be sneaky?
Well, I'm pretty good at finding things. Yeah, see? And then he starts, like, just pulling stuff off of his belt. I'm Sunshine, by the way, Sunshine at night. Hey, just call me Sunshine, though, and he's just pulling stuff off of his belt, and he's just, like, kind of nervous but super excited. And he's like, "I made these tools, and and I saw a vision that you guys were gonna be well, sh she attacked the temple a few weeks ago, but, and we were worried that something was gonna happen to you guys before you got to us. And I told everyone, and we found you, and you're okay." And he's just motor mouthing and trying to show
Yeah.
you the magical tools that he made.
And
I'm
Gilly's just
just
gonna lean
gonna
into
lean into it.
hidden. Yeah, I want to lean into hidden and just say, "Is that your handiwork there?" And sort of nudge my head toward the blight scars.
That was the high priestess's handiwork.
Mhm. Quite handy.
And at this point, Clash will speak up. He's looking at it, looking at the dragon. Just we think she came south from Laracond, or came from Laracond. I think it's to the west. Um, Looking for a lair here.
Sounds
But that's
right.
one less thing we have to worry about.
She mentioned that she was going to make a lair out of your little mountain over there. But first, she
Hmm.
you guys all up. We were going to let that happen.
And if anyone is looking at hidden ice, they're going to see her look impressed despite herself. Like she's been just kind of dismissing all of you except for Gilly, but she's kind of looking a little bit more impressed at the group of you.
Oh yeah, I guess I could let the storm cloud over our heads disperse.
Mhm.
I moved it to the GM layer. Yeah, it was kind of easy to find you guys when we saw it. It was no, sorry, Sunshine. It was kind of easy to find you guys, easier than I thought because there was this big bolt of lightning. Otherwise, we were kind of starting to go in the wrong direction. Oops.
Yeah, Gilly's pretty handy to have around too. And Maya was letting herself be fully entrenched in the "a child is showing me something and talking to me" aspect of being a mom, because
If
it's
you
it's
are
been a
actually
lot.
if you are actually showing interest in what he's got, he is going to latch onto that, and he's just gonna come in close to you and show you, "Look, I made these dowsing rods out of wire," and then he's gonna, like, have a dowsing rod in one hand, and he's gonna have his book in the other, and he's gonna pull out his book, and it's got a bunch of magical shit in it, and it's just it's very makeshift. You know that Snaps people are not wizardy people, and this is a
Yeah.
kid who's trying to lean into the more arcane side of things instead of divine, and he's just and and look and see, we followed this, and he's just going to start spouting some arcane shit, arcane words that maybe you've heard other people
Probably.
at your home say, since you live with magicy people, and
Mhm.
he's just info dumping because you are opening the door there, and he is taking the
Yep.
opportunity.
It's probably much needed bit of levity for Maya at the moment, so she's definitely gonna keep that door open as long as hidden ice will allow it to remain open.
And yeah, so you're all she's the the incense kind of stops after about a minute. Um, and does anybody else say or do anything else?
Dusk would just be like, I know this isn't exactly your, god, but blessings and salute on all of you.
And
We
she's just
appreciate
going
you.
to.
What? Go ahead.
Go on.
No, she's just gonna slow blink her head at her, slow blink and nod at you to that.
We appreciate you meeting us out here. Finding you is been quite the trek.
I'm amazed you got as far as you did. And she looks impressed. She sounds impressed despite herself. Are all of you about done here?
For the most part, and he like rotates his shoulder in the socket a couple times.
Nothing to find.
You were not picked up. Say that again.
There's nothing to find on the giants.
Well, I didn't find any good giant loot. They're just wearing patchwork armor and rags and shitty weapons that are too big for you to wield.
Okay.
I mean, maybe if you wanted to try to cut some of those mutant eyes out, I don't know. I don't even think those are in the
No.
harvester.
No, I okay with that.
Even if they were worth money, I don't think I'm going to do that.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That sounds gross. So yeah, if we are ready to go, Hidden Ice is gonna say, tell Clash to lead the way, and the two adults are much more subdued. Sunshine is gonna just after he's kind of been through his spiel about how he found you guys and how he knew you guys were gonna be in trouble. He's gonna say, but you guys were down in Dybrook. That's and he kind of does the math in his head. That was how did you guys get here so fast?
We
Took a
had help.
ride.
Good help,
And
like
I think
magical help.
Maya was gonna talk into Sunshine's head and go, "We know a friendly dragon, not like that gross one." And she
Gonna
got us
look at you
most
as
of the way here.
he's gonna look at you as you start to speak, and then realize your mouth isn't moving. He's going, oh. Oh, that's cool. And then he's gonna think at you real hard. Can you hear me back?
Yes, I can.
And just his pupils get really big. He's very excited about this. And then he's gonna start motor mouthing in your head without moving his mouth about some stuff that he read about uh, um, my brain doesn't want to use words because I've been awake for too long today. About and my mind wants to say teleportation, and that's not it. But talking in people's heads,
Telepathy.
whatever the word is for that.
Telepathy.
Telepathy, that one. It was the T word.
You were
Yep,
close.
I know
yep.
what I'm doing.
They both start with telep, technically.
I do.
Telep. It's a telep.
It's a telep.
Alrighty.
She's just gonna allow the conversation to go back and forth between the two of us silently, as whatever he wants to talk about, whatever she's gonna allow herself to be distracted by that, having Snaps' people here leading us back to where we need to go.
And roll an insight at advantage because you're a mom.
Because I'm a mom.
And you go ahead and roll.
The momdar.
All right. Good thing for advantage. That's a 14.
Okay.
Are we all being silent or has my headphone stopped
Mhm.
working? Okay.
We are
We're all
being
being
silent
silent.
as Maya learns a little something.
Okay, good.
Learning things.
Just
Yep,
a little something.
yep. Cool.
And because I've been looking at the map, I missed something from someone else. And Clash is gonna stand up and hold out a hand to Gilly and just introduce himself with just the single word Clash. And that's
Gilly. Yeah. That's all that they need to say to each other.
and he's gonna just kind of take you by the forearm, and it's very gentle, and yeah, no insight needed. He's holding it together. Um, yeah, and he's gonna take a deep breath and straighten up and look around at everybody. We about ready to go?
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
Let's do this.
And he actually does take an extra moment to look over the everlasting one, just to make sure they're dead, because he knows giants, and he wants to make sure that that thing is not regenerating at all. It's not. And Hidden Ice is going to take up a rear guard, and she's going to wave you all in front of her, and Clash is going to lead. He's actually going to lead you in a kind of northeasterly direction. He's going to kind of lead you over to the rocky bank and kind of along the stream. Um, he'll kind of he kind of goes into dad instructor mode, and he just kind of quietly says, this will hide our tracks and it will disrupt our scent as we go. And he's going to lead you guys along the creek to the north. He will stop and examine some tracks up here and look quite concerned. Did something run? Was there another giant?
It was
There were
three.
3.
There were
There were
3. I thought we killed all 3 of them.
one of them ran
Maybe
away.
one of them did run away. Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah.
One of them escaped.
Yeah, the one that
And
was
he's gonna
shitting itself, I think, ran away.
Yeah, I can see that. And he points out shit in the snow. Um, and he's gonna lead you to the north. He's gonna tell you to keep an eye out, just cause that thing ran away. He doesn't want us assuming that it's gone for good.
Right.
And
For the record, having noted the careful attention to the boss bitch, I will have thrown some firebolts at her as we left. With first warning, sunshine, look at this other cool thing I can do, and then throw some firebolts at her.
he's gonna actually stop and watch you and take notes. And he's got like his tongue sticking out of his mouth. And then hold on. Hold up. Shit. He says, I
Mhm.
don't know that one yet. Yeah, no, I don't have anything fucking flashy I can do right now. And he's gonna look. Let's see. Eat, eat, eat. Nope, he does not know any cool spells to show Maya. So he's notating, and then he looks a little sad that he doesn't have anything cool to show the cool new lady.
I know you got some tricks up your sleeve too. Another day, another day.
I do. And then he's gonna run over and stop at the boss bitch and tear a little piece of her armor, and then he's gonna run his finger along it and cast mending. He does know that one.
That's
I can do that.
perfect. That's perfect. Because if he has any like snags in any of his clothing, I will run a finger along it and go, "It is a good one to have."
And he's just gonna stay close to Maiev. He likes Maiev. And we're gonna travel. You guys were pretty close to the end of your day of travel, if I recall. The sun was starting to dip down to the west. Clash is gonna lead you northeast-ish, and he's gonna actually go a little bit more east than you maybe would have. He's gonna lead you. He's gonna lead you off to the east, and he's gonna follow a rocky ravine, and the terrain is gonna get kind of craggy and narrow, and he's gonna just quietly say, "Keep an eye up top, just in case." Um, and he's gonna eventually lead you through this ravine into a cleft in a cliffside, and then he's gonna stop, and he's gonna tell you, "Wait here and be quiet." And he's just gonna kind of disappear into the cliff. And Sunshine and Hidden Ice just are not phased by this at all.
Ross is a little perturbed.
And so Rasa, who is perturbed, are you looking around, Rasa?
Absolutely.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Oh, yeah. Reception. Box. That's a 12.
Okay.
She's
You
perturbed.
don't
What can I
notice
say?
anything. But that's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Her scales are a little bit in a bunch. So
I gotcha.
Sorry, who did what? Flash went off
Rasa,
somewhere, or Hidden went off somewhere?
Clash had you all wait for a second, and he kind of disappeared into a hole in the cliffside. And he told you all to wait, and he's gonna be gone for a couple of minutes. And in that couple of minutes, if anybody wants to do or say anything,
Just because we don't know what's going on, I'm going to go ahead and use some sorcery points. Because I totally know how to be a sorcerer. I'm just reading to try and figure out how many of the 3 spell slots I have I get back by using my sorcery points. Continue.
you're good. Eventually, Clash is gonna come back out to the end there and wave you all in to follow him. And as he's gonna lead you all into just kind of a rift in the stone. You're all gonna have to kind of squeeze into the crag and shuffle for about 60 feet and around a corner. Dusk might need to turn sideways in his armor. Um, and you're gonna shuffle down, and he's gonna kind of call back to you quietly as he's leading you down this way. I just wanted to to check and make sure no one or nothing else was in here first. And he's gonna lead you in. Do you all follow him?
Yeah, I think so.
Seems like a plan.
So he's gonna lead you in. And Dusk.
Yeah, I'm thinking about whether Dusk would. He just has this thing about clefts and
Mm,
underground spaces. But no, he'll go. He'll probably stay back and be one of the last ones through.
okay.
So if I don't get.
Eventually, if you all Hidden Ice would wait kind of and be the last, and she'd shoo you in first
Of course.
for her. But you're all gonna, like I said, shuffle for about 60 feet and around a corner, and then suddenly it's gonna widen into a large room where there are clearly signs of habitation. There's clean and cared for bedding. There's barrels, a couple of crates with dried foods and water. There's clean cooking implements, and there's signs of fire. And there's these stacks of what look like wood, but not quite. Um, and yeah, it's like a nice little campsite in a cliff. And there seem to be a couple other pathways out, so it's not just a little trapped hideaway. And yeah, and Flash is just going to tell you guys to make yourselves a home.
Ah, lovely. And Gilly will do produce flame cantrip to light the campfire.
Okay. So, anyone who actually Gilly, since you're making the campfire, go ahead and roll me a nature check.
Nature. Wow. She only has a +1 in nature. That's hysterical. 19.
That was enough. As you're kind of getting these, what almost looks like split wood, but it's not. This is not wood. And you take a second to look at it before you kind of set it up to produce flame and make your campfire. You realize that these are planks of dried fungus. Like this is a almost like a giant piece of singular piece of dried mushroom. It's a bit fragrant. I can't say words. But yeah, it just looks kind of like wood, but it's not wood. But it's clearly meant to be used for the fire. And it burns if you light it on fire.
Yeah, they'll give it a sniff, break off a piece, stuff it in their pouch, and then make fire.
Okay. Gilly, make
Dusk
fire.
will, Dusk will
You
try
have
to maybe carve something out of it, like little see how it whittles.
You're gonna see that this is not reacting like wood, and if you want to make a nature check, you can try to figure out what it is, unless Gilly tells you.
Kind of spongy.
It is kind of spongy. You don't know what this is. But it is not
This
reacting quite properly to your carving
is
tools. It's
the
kind of weirdly fibrous.
strangest wood I've ever seen. What is this?
Billy's going to say, take a sniff.
Ugh. Pungent,
It's like a mushroom, but huge.
like a mush. So it's a mush.
And and Clash, who is going to overhear you, will nod and say, we grow these in the we grow these below the Morning Temple. They're useful
Love,
for once they're dried. There's not a lot of forest up in the higher reaches of the mountain.
I'd love to see one
Not a lot of
intact.
wood.
Interesting.
Well, we will show you the we'll show you the basement. Um, and actually, Sunshine, kind of overhearing this, is gonna come closer and say, yeah. So so these grow in the place below the Morning Temple, and they get to be really tall. They're kind of like trees, um, but when you cut them down and dry them, they burn like wood. We can also, while they're living, we can tap them and get a sap out of them, and we that's how we make our incense. and he's just going to motor mouth about a bunch of different kinds of mushrooms that they grow at the Morning Temple.
Illy will smile and nod and listen to every word raptly.
And yeah, we'll set up. There's lots of dried other kinds of mushrooms. It's not the giant planks that are edible, but there's also dried meats that are packed up here. And Clash is gonna pull stuff out and actually start simmering up a stew for everybody. He's got a nice cooking pot, and he's making some dinner for everybody. If anybody wants to do or say anything.
I think Maya is kind of like settled down, and she's just got Snaps' amulet with the amethyst that she's concocted into a new piece of jewelry, and she's just kind of caressing it and just taking in what's happening around her at the moment.
See a thing.
Illy probably would find a place to settle near to Foggy, knowing that Foggy slash Kurok are probably still just a little floopy in the head, and just try to settle near him and maybe lean in a bit and say something like, "You might want to make nice with that man over there." Just saying.
Because we are aware that Clash is Snaps' dad. One of Snaps'
One of
dads.
her dads. Yeah. And he has actually spoken to Foggy a couple days ago.
Yeah, Foggy's just kind of 1,000 yards staring right now.
Okay.
Hey, Dusty,
Yes, Lady Ross.
how exactly do your tools work?
Well, you take the pointy end and you drive it into the wood at an angle, usually.
Half wood.
No. It works exceedingly well in anything reasonably carvable. Why?
How to
Oh, right. Well, I mean, there's only one way to find out. Truth be told, I've never carved dragon scale, but as long as you don't break them, you're more than welcome to give them a whirl.
look. You're better with them than I would.
True. You're certainly better dexterously than me. Anyways, sure. What do you want me to try to carve out of it, knowing fully well that I may destroy it in the process?
So this is what I want, and I kind of start drawing in the dirt on the floor or the dust or the whatever, and it's basically clip that it's a hairpin. That's all we're gonna go for.
It's a what?
It's something
Hairpin?
for hair where it's got like a slight curved, and then it's got the two holes on either side that you put like a stick or
Oh yeah.
Cool,
the girls
cool,
get
cool.
it.
Dusk will just blink and be like, sure. Give me some time, and I'll see. I'll probably have some downtime here. I'll work on
No rush.
it. It's going to be slow.
It's okay.
I'm gonna let our other DM decide the DC on making a hair pin thingy out of a dragon scale. I'm not touching it.
I'm glad I'm
I'm
not
not
Yeah.
touching that.
struggling to come up with the name of this stupid. But yeah,
I have one somewhere, and I know Candace has a couple in her room, but
Literally, he just has to drill 2 holes in the thing.
yeah.
That's the majority of the work. Yes, depending on how big this scale is, it might be trimming it as well.
Well, yeah, I originally envisioned a dragon scale, as big as your head. But you
Yeah.
did say a little curvy one up by her face, so maybe Illy got a little curvy one up by the face just for you. So we'll just have him put 2 holes in it. And that would be either let's just go with performance
Performance.
or sleight of hand. Which one do you like better?
As soon as I check it, let's sleight of hand is +0, but performance is +1.
Okay, let's go with performance then.
Performance.
Very good.
Oh, but
Gonna be
you're
like,
proficient with your tools, so you get to add your proficiency.
yes,
There you go.
yes.
Forward to that.
Okay. So Dusk turns to the camera and says, "Well, here you go. Trying to make this hairdo hickey thing."
Failed it's because he did not understand at all.
23.
Hell yeah. It's
Perfect.
beautiful.
Perfectly symmetrical holes are drilled upon and through a perfect, lovely white dragon scale.
Like, look at that. No burrs, no nothing. So it's like piece of cake. Only it's a piece of dragon.
Piece of dragon cake.
You're welcome. And turns to the camera and says, "And that's how you make a hairdo hickey thingy out of a dragon scale."
Who are you talking to, Dusk?
I don't know. He's performing
Fourth
for
wall, it's
the
right over there.
audience that isn't there. Some guy named,
Sunshine is
Dave.
impressed. He was watching the entire time and taking notes. He's very impressed.
After that little performance of Dusk, Dusk will clear his throat and talk to our hosts, and just says, "I know the whole reason we're here is to try to undo something, to undo the death of Snaps of Ice. But please know that we're all sorry from the bottom of our hearts that it even happened in the first place."
Hidden
Snaps is
Ice is going to cross her arms, and her back is going to stiffen, and she's going to wisely keep her mouth shut. And you catch anger. No insight required. Um, but Clash, who is, like I said, looking kind of understandably run down, is going to soften and physically place himself between you and Hidden Ice, and he's just gonna put a gentle hand on your arm. Death comes to all of us eventually. We've been given a very rare chance to reverse things. And then we will all move past this.
right.
Yeah.
It means the world to us. I know that your temple's outlook on death is very healthy, frankly. But she's got so much more to do in this world. And I know that this isn't maybe the most ideal thing that we're doing, but and just is just sort of gonna kind of trying Dusk End players trying to find words to be like, just gratitude and just he's gonna just sort of stutter into like, and well, just want to say thank you for your hospitality and for even reaching
He's,
out. And
he's gonna dish up a bowl of soup, and as you're talking, he's gonna press it into your hands and cup your hands around the bowl, and just say, um, Snaps has already named you as her clan. You are one of us. And so you will eat with us, and you will come to our temple, and you will always be welcome. And Hidden Ice is going to snatch a bowl and walk out. And Clash is just remaining calm. But he is as hurt as he is right now. He is not holding anything against you at all, and he is genuinely, openly, warmly welcoming all of you. And he just wants to get this over with. But unfortunately, it's another goddamn day to the temple. So yeah, so here we are. And he's gonna dish up some for everybody.
Dusk will just take a sip of soup and sit down and quietly wonder if this is what it was like back home for him. Similar familial kind of taking care of each other situation.
I don't know. Was it main DM?
Sorry, was what?
Was his home anything?
Sorry, make him say again what he said so I can answer you.
I said Dusk was going to sit down, eat a soup, and kind of wonder if the vibe he's getting from this familial, like being part of a clan, being part of a family, is similar to what he would have experienced back home.
Take a deep sniff of your soup and roll a history check.
History check.
History?
Plus, no, that's Ross. Whoop, 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 whoop. -1. I'm really good at this. That's why I can't remember anything because a 3. I'm hot tonight, folks. I'm just, unless I'm carving the scale.
What occurs to you is you really hope that that woman that just charged out of the cave and into the snowy place to avoid being with you people is nothing like any members of your family. You're really hopeful that your family was more like this old guy who's feeding you soup.
Right.
But you really aren't sure.
Right.
You could just hope.
Just thinking. Just thinking.
We've got hope.
Thinking in soup.
And Clash of Copper is in like his early 60s. And he's stocky, muscular build. But yeah, he is very clearly taking charge of the hospitality here, and he is dishing up soup for everybody. He is actually pulling out the bedding and getting that set up for everybody as well. As soon as you're all kind of as soon as everybody has bowls of soup, you get the feeling that he's not a very talkative guy in general, but he is making you feel welcome through his actions, or he's trying very hard to.
Thank you,
And
sir.
Hidden Ice, do I have any estimate gauge of roughly her age?
She is 40s, I want to say. I wrote these people, I should know. One
Hidden is
second.
in her 40s.
She is in her 40s, yeah.
Okay. I think Mayev's probably gonna get up and just put like a gentle hand on Clash's shoulder. And I don't know how perceptive he is, but he'll probably see the rib tattoo that is one of the two professional ones that she has, which is Siggy and Gerald. And then she's gonna follow after Hidden Ice.
Okay. And she will have gone out one of the other exits, and you're gonna kind of follow a winding path, not as narrow as the entry. And then all of a sudden, it just kind of opens up onto a sheer drop and a very narrow path down a cliff on the other side of this ridge, basically.
Okay.
So anyone trying to approach from that way would be very hard to get to this little nice resting spot. But she is up there with her bowl of soup that she hasn't touched and just staring out to the east into clouds that are starting to build. There's clearly a big weather system moving in.
Okay.
And she does not acknowledge you.
All right. I'm just gonna sidle up next to her and sit my ass in the snow and dangle my feet off the edge and just kind of, because I know that she's older than me, but I'm also a mom
Mhm.
and I can tell that she's pissed. I'm just gonna kind of start musing out loud about how hard it was for me to leave Gerald and Siggy and everyone that I had grown up around and grown to love. Gerald was the one who finally said, you know, you got to go out and do this thing and we'll be okay and we have ways of keeping in contact and eventually you'll come home. But whatever was calling to me needed my strength and that my son had my strength to keep some of it at home for me. And oh my god, he's so handsome. Just trying to not trying to get a rise out of her, but just trying to let her know that I get the anger. And definitely gonna touch on the message that I got while I was holding a bunch of pie. He fell off the frickin' roof, and what the hell was he doing up there? But I can't be too mad because he's not a baby anymore. He's a teenager now, and he was being helpful and all those things.
As you start to talk, you hear her claws dig into the bowl, and she flashes her teeth a little bit, and then she relaxes her grip. I didn't want to let her leave. But the Veiled One asked her to. And now this. And she entrusted her life to you. And then she's going to look directly at you.
And I've still got the amulet with the amethyst in my hand. And I will I'll definitely meet her gaze. If we could have stopped it, and we tried, if we had been a little faster or a little stronger, we'd be meeting you guys on different terms.
You're going to see her face go through some emotions. And then finally, her shoulders are going to slump a little bit. She's not going to apologize.
I don't expect her to.
But and for the first time, you actually do see just some sorrow and worry. And she's not going to sit down next to you, but she is going to relax her hand on the bowl and just say quietly, Sunshine saw what happened. That's how we know what happened. And he likes you. He saw a vision of everything that happened. So please just be gentle with him.
Yeah, and she's gonna just kind of absent-mindedly rub the hand that happens to be holding the amulet along her ribs, where Siggy's face is, and go, I had a feeling he definitely knew more than everybody else did at first. He's a brave little one.
She is finally going to take a bite of her soup. And she's still not sitting down. Yeah. He's eager to leave the temple one day. Hopefully, it'll be many years before then.
He's I see the eager. I obviously see the brave. And he's definitely smart. Smarter than me, that's for sure. Time is probably helpful in preparing him for eventually leaving, then return. He's going to do wonderful things, just like Snaps has and will when we get her back.
Nice. Her gaze has fallen down into her bowl and she's just studying this soup.
And Maeva is gonna just kind of, push herself up to her feet and brush the snow off her ass, and the fire's warm if you get cold. And she'll give her space. She wants very much to reach out and put a gentle hand on her shoulder, but she's not going to. And she'll tootle back in.
And she just as you're leaving, she's just going to reiterate, "I'm taking first watch." Just no argument. I am taking first watch. That's it. And she's going to stay out here with her bowl of soup in the snow with her anger and her sadness.
Which is understandable. Tootle back into everybody else.
And
And Hidden Ice is taking first watch.
I is taking first watch. And Clash will speak up and he's like, "I'll take second watch." He has gotten you all out bedrolls. He's yeah. He's clearly taking care of you guys.
I'll take second watch with you. I'll be awake anyway.
I'll just nod. Okie dokie.
Sorry, we're muted.
Ross is gonna take first watch.
Ross is going to take first watch with
Hidden Ice.
Nice.
Yep.
All right.
Oops.
Billy's gonna pretend to
Alrighty.
sleep.
Gilly's going to pretend to sleep. Sunshine is going to just have his little book explode all over the floor. He's got just pages and he is taking notes and drawing sketches until eventually he's probably going to fall asleep with his book open and drooling on it. Right. Are we kind of all ready to go to bed and commence first watch?
Everything.
Maiev was thinking about skipping her nightly routine of tattoos, but to give something, to give Little Sunshine something else to take notes on, she will get her stuff out and work on adding couple finer details to the snaps piece. And for some reason she feels the need to touch up something down on one of her calves, and so she does.
And he will absolutely try to come up close and get a good look at that and kind of ask about how it works and what's the ink and how that must be how that get in there. These aren't the first tattoos he's seen apparently. But he's taking notes on this.
I will answer any of his questions as best I can.
Alrighty. He's going to learn all about tattooing from you.
Nice.
And he's going to ask about the other tattoos and you can explain about everybody else if you wish.
Absolutely.
And when it's time to start settling down, Rasa is going to find Hidden Ice empty bowl kind of set on a ledge because she has not come back in and she's just standing out there vigilant, just arms crossed on watch.
Ross will kind of
Actually,
pick up
I'm
the
sorry, she
other
would actually
side.
come through. She would come through and actually go out the way you guys came because that's the point that would need watching. So she would, just not looking at anybody, go through and go through to the other side where the ravine is and keep an eye out there.
And if Ross believes that's where watch needs to occur, she would take up post kind of on the opposite side of the opening. And if she doesn't want to, make any conversation, she's okay with that. You can do stony kind of silent. She's used to that. It's okay.
Okay. Let's see. What's her insight?
Who, Ross's?
Mine.
Or
Hidden Ice's insight. I wanna because she's not a very talkative person. She's on watch. She's looking around, but she's also gonna size up this person next to her who's keeping watch with her. So my insight is a +6 if you want to roll it. And then tell me what I learn about Rasa. No, reverse.
I think she just picks up the fact that Rasa understands the pain that they're in and understands the anger and the disappointment and the blame and anything else that they can dish at him. But that doesn't mean that anybody should be alone. You know, Rasa's doing what Rasa always does. You know, she's going to continue keeping watch because she's used to keeping watch. And it's not because she doesn't trust them. It's part of her routine that makes her feel better too.
Okay. What's Rasa's plus on insight?
Insight +2.
It's 2. Okay. There's just not a lot of talking that's gonna happen. But you're gonna it's gonna turn from a stony silence and eventually into a more comfortable silence. And you know you're being sized up and you are part of what is being watched right now. And by the end of your watch, you are actually going to sense respect. Yeah. And I'm not even going to have you roll. There's nothing that's going to happen. I am not attacking you with anything else tonight.
The dragon was enough.
The dragon and it actually started out with 5 giants, and now I'm thinking I should have kept 5 giants, but whatever. Whatever.
No, it's fine. 3 was fine.
I was so afraid I was going to kill you guys. But yeah, so the first watch will pass, and then she'll just eventually turn to you and nod towards the cleft when the watch is over and invite you to go in first, and then she'll go in and go wake up Clash. And she doesn't know Foggy has volunteered for round 2, but he might already be awake.
He's been meditating. He's not been sleeping.
Okay. So yeah, Clash will get up and head out to the side with the ravine on it. And if anybody was curious or asked Sunshine about it, the third way out actually is blocked and can be opened or closed, so that way doesn't need to be watched. But anyway, yeah, Foggy is following Clash out to watch at the ravine.
Indeed.
Just for funsies, what was the insight for hidden again?
+6.
So 17. Yeah, she would have clocked that Maya was being entirely upfront, entirely honest, and genuine. Like, I get it, dude.
Okay. By the end of her watch with Rasa, she is softened a little. Ash is gonna go out and take a deep breath. And he's got he actually got his character sheet pulled up actually. He's got his weapon is actually a bow, and he's got a little short sword as well, and he's gonna post up and sit, and he seems a little bit kind of like a naturey guy. And he's gonna you do notice that he's wearing studded leather armor, and it
Mhm.
does appear to be magical. And he also has a holy symbol. So there's a couple things going on with this guy.
Jesus.
Um,
Okay. Don't know what the
he's
hell my body's
he's
doing.
got the veiled one's holy symbol.
Mhm.
So yeah, he's not going to initiate any conversation. He's going to post up and watch, and just he's there with you.
Mhm. Probably give it about 5 minutes before I actually end up building the internals to say anything, and he's just gonna open with, she's incredible, you know. She
And
has
he's
done
gonna
you first.
no, he's just you see him, his shoulders drop a little bit, and he does smile. There's a sadness there, but he smiles and nods.
She's done a hell of a lot for me and mine in there.
She always said that she'd never leave the temple. But Guest always knew she would. And he's gonna size you up. His insight is a plus 14. What does he see?
Active crying. Assuming my mic picked me up when I said that.
Yeah.
He'd been holding it together pretty well up until this point, but he's not doing great.
Okay. If you're openly crying, he's gonna slip down off the rock that he was posted up on, and he's gonna come close to you, and he's gonna scoot over to where you are, and it's gonna be slow. Like if at any point you pull away, he'll stop. But he's basically gonna go up and offer a hug.
Oh yeah.
Is Foggy gonna let this happen?
Oh yeah.
Okay. This is a hug that is like being pulled into just just inevitable gravity. This is a big, furry, gentle, just arms fully take you in, and it's slow and deliberate and just like sinking into warmth, and one clawed hand gentle on the back of your head, and it's gonna be the best dad hug ever.
Mhm. Yeah.
And he's crying. And he's gonna hold you until you both feel like you can part.
Yeah. Probably a solid minute.
Yeah. I was I wanted to be upset when she said she had claimed a clan. But I can't be. And as he's pulling away, he kind of gently cups your face with a big paw, clawed paw, and it's gentle. And he is gonna eventually pull away and take a deep breath.
And Foggy's gonna lose words and just attempt to focus on watch and fail spectacularly.
And just the last thing you hear him kind of say as he posts back up where he was, just, we're gonna fix this. Alrighty. And the second watch will pass with nothing happening. Just there is a weather system that kind of moves in. There is a little bit of slushy snow, but it mostly is to the south of you, and you're just kind of catching the northern edge of it.
Mhm.
And yeah. And eventually the second watch will pass. Is there a third watch? Are we doing a third watch? I didn't count. Ru-
I don't think we usually do because they only need 8 hours to sleep,
Don't.
and
Rasa needs.
Foggy Rasa needs 8.
Yeah.
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 First
Everybody but
watch would
Foggy
have
needs
only
8.
lasted 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it'll be a kind of a slow start to the morning. If we only did 2 watches. And Flash will get the rest of his sleep.
Yeah, Clash can get the rest of his sleep. Rasa and Hidden Ice will get the rest of their sleeps.
Foggy only needed 4, so he's good.
Gilly will get up and do the last 4 with him. Just so he's not alone out there.
Cool.
Thank you, Gilly.
Yeah. You, I want to be patient with that hidden ice creature.
Yeah.
I
I wanted to say something, but I just decided a gentler
Just-
tongue than mine should be the one to engage with that.
just try to remember that sometimes grief is too hard for some people and angry is easier.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
I'm trying. Ah! Too much sadness tonight. Ah!
Yeah.
How are you handling the
Right?
cold? I do not know how the hell they're doing it.
It's cold.
Oh,
I
for
hadn't
you.
noticed. Shall I get you a blanket, son?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm mostly being dramatic. He shivers a little, mostly.
You want me to build you a little fire there?
Keep pushing me. See what happens.
A
Who am I kidding? You'd kick my ass.
little bit. I'd be gentle about it.
You were on a mission. Winter clothes did not take priority.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's fine.
Gilly packed winter clothes.
Actually,
Yeah.
you know what? With the way they have stocked this cave, there probably are at least fur cloaks. So Clash would have handed those.
Okay.
Yeah, my ass is still flapping in the breeze.
With her purple side slit pants.
Oh yeah.
Fur cloak and sexy pants.
Oh, all right. So, anyway, are we done with all the watches?
Yeah,
Yeah.
wake
think
up.
so.
Sun time. Get up. Let's go. Gilly's gonna
Alright,
make some
so-
eggs.
Clash will actually be pleasantly surprised that someone else is cooking. But he's gonna be cleaning up the bedrolls and getting ready to go. And then he's gonna look at these eggs and how did these not break?
Oh, don't ask, Father. Here you go.
And he'll eat up. And when everyone is ready to go, he's going to lead you all out. And we had like one more day of travel, I think, up to that mountain. Is there any conversation along the way? Any questions as we navigate the mountains?
I'll tap Maev on the shoulder.
Well, yeah. And she's just amulet amethyst pendant that she has crafted for Snaps is just living in her hand right now.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, it's gonna happen again. I broke down a little bit last night. I'm mostly cool now. Dad hug helped. But in regards to that general topic of conversation, I haven't checked in with you. Are you doing all right, Mama?
Oh,
I know it sucks to be forced to engage with it, but I'm not suffering alone.
Well. Oh, okay. So my for funsies deception roll managed it to be an 18.
Oh, you bitch.
So she's full on brave facing it. All right is definitely a relative term. She's like, I mean, we're, and she's fiddling incessantly with the thing in her hand. We're gonna fix it, and then everything's gonna be fine. And yeah, dad hugs are always good. Dad hugs are always good. You know, it's the I think hidden might be warming up to us. Is it weird to say someone whose name has ice in it is warming up? Is that bad? I don't know. It's I mean, I'm fine. I think.
Just a couple claps on the shoulder. That's all I needed to hear.
She's gonna ruffle your hair. She has so far resisted the urge to give Sunshine the biggest noogie with the permanent bedhead.
I mean, you can't make it any worse. By the way, what is our marching order?
Oh, that's a fucking question, isn't it?
Gilly's marching up there with Father.
Okay.
Ross is probably still somewhere up close to the front.
Okay.
Foggy's probably somewhere in the middle.
I was gonna say Maev is probably as close to central to the group as possible.
That's where Sunshine would be, so you'd probably be near him.
Yeah.
The little wizard boy is flanked by the two barbarians.
Yup. Protect the squishy at all costs.
Okay. And then Dusk and then Hidden Ice is absolutely taking up the rear guard. Any other chatter as we continue, as the day moves on and we get closer to that big mountain, but we're trying to navigate ice and rocks?
On the final day of travel?
Final day of travel. That mountain is looming above you at this point.
Loomy loom.
There's not
At some
any other.
point, yeah, I think at some point Gilly's going to ask, do we need to cover our tracks as we approach?
He's leading you mostly on rockier areas, and just keeping an eye out. If you follow him, there's not going to be much in the way of tracks to leave, but
Okay.
he's very conscious of conscientious of all of this. And Gilly's gonna kind of notice about him that he might have some of the same skills that Gilly does
Oh, cool.
in more than one way. I originally built
Okay.
him differently.
What?
But yeah,
Okay.
he's a ranger cleric.
Got it.
I think at some
As
point
we
during the last day of travel, Maiev is painfully aware of how affected Sunshine is, and so she's gonna try to do little things to help hopefully bring his spirits up a little bit, if not keep them level, up to and including a mage-handed noogie.
there's gonna be a holler that just echoes off and a flail, and he's gonna fall into the snow.
Shit. Sorry.
And he's gonna be perturbed for a second until he realizes what did it, and then just any indignation is gone, and he is trying to study that mage hand.
Sorry. I should have told you. There's another thing that I can do.
I need to have all of their character sheets open so that I know what he can do. He's gonna stand up and he's gonna press the digitation the snow off his robe.
There we go.
There we go.
Here we go. Ah. And at some point, a little bit after this, he's gonna fall behind a little bit, and his tongue is gonna start sticking out of his mouth. He's gonna look at Maiev, and I would like Maiev to make a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Oh, that's gonna go swimmingly.
He's gonna take out a little piece of something. He's saying some stuff. His chosen spellcasting language is celestial.
Yep, he is absolutely speaking
And I
celestial.
hear him.
You're gonna hear him. Yeah. I don't know what he says yet. I gotta think about it for a
Okay.
second.
All right.
Well, that wisdom saving throw is a whopping 5.
Oh no. All of a sudden Maiev is paralyzed by
By
hold person. And it's basically Gilly's gonna hear that same oddly accented archaic form of celestial, and it's gonna be basically I gotcha as he wiggles around a little straight piece of iron. And
Gilly's just gonna turn her head. You
and
got what?
and she's
And-
gonna see Maiev just paralyzed and him
Just here.
concentrating with his tongue sticking out of his mouth.
Oh, I see. Okay, well, have fun with that. And moving right along.
And he'll willingly drop the concentration on it.
She's just gonna kind of like, when she has her faculties about her again, just kind of scoop him up in a little bit of a hug. And you do have quite a few tricks, don't you?
And he's gonna try to reach up and noogie you back. It will probably only happen if you let him. Well, he's
yeah,
actually
she'll
got
let
more
him.
strength than Snaps. He's got a 12.
She would still have to let him, but she will let him.
Yeah. Alrighty. And as there are shenanigans going on in the middle of the group, and we're getting closer to this big mountain, and the sun is on its way. It's not setting, not by any means, but it's afternoon at this point. Gilly and Rasa are up there with Clash. They're gonna see him stop suddenly. And they're gonna see a thin sliver of silver extend from the stone nearby and keep extending. And that's a rapier coming out of the cliff, pointed at Clash's chest, but Clash doesn't seem concerned. In fact, this is one of the maybe the first time you've seen that veil of oppression over him lift just a little bit. And a tiefling is going to emerge from the stone at the other end of the rapier with a soft, lopsided grin. As he flourishes and bows, a pattern of glowing tattoos across his skin fade, and he becomes corporeal. And you all recognize him as the tiefling man from your vision.
I think there might have been like a crackle of key-based flame out of his right hand just for a moment before realizing, okay, he doesn't seem scared. We're probably fine, and then it dissipates.
Similar for
The words aren't
Rasa,
spoken, but it's
yeah, her blades
Mhm.
probably popped up just for an instant or two before disappearing and being
and
erased.
that's it. The words aren't spoken, but you definitely get the "What's this? A ranger caught off his guard" vibes from the situation. Um, and he's going to flourish and bow. Uh, Afternoon guest of the Morning Temple clan. I was going insane just waiting around, so I came to walk you home.
Billy's going to return the bow, father of Snap of Ice. It's lovely to meet you. Thank you for meeting us. I'm Gilly.
And hold on, he's got a pretty good deception, I think. Oh yeah, unless anyone's insight can beat a 38. He just seems very, very, very put together. Just and he's in his late 50s, but he's kind of got a boyish look to him, and he's got curly hair, and he's a little clearly mischievous. But yeah, he introduces himself to you guys.
Good to see ya. She's just gonna kind of
And
lean down to Sunshine. Now that's a trick I want to learn.
you clearly saw that, like, he's wearing warm clothes, but there are tattoos kind of up his neck a little bit, and a little bit. I mean, I'm just gonna say it, he's a bard. He's even though it's cold, he's got the shirt open a little bit, and there's a little bit of tattooing on his chest, and you saw those things glowing, and then the glow fade as he became corporeal. So there's something going on with those tattoos, um, and yeah, he's here to lead you up the mountain. And Sunshine is gonna lean into Maiev and just, I don't know where he got him. He hasn't told me the story, but basically, and he's gonna launch off into this magical explanation of uh, a ghost step tattoo. So that's a thing.
Oh, that's a thing. Cool.
Those are pretty much the only 3 words that you recognize in the spiel that he goes through. Ghost step tattoo.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
probably
I
makes
have
sense.
ghosty guys. I know how to step, and I definitely know what tattoos are. Cool.
Check. I got it.
That means that someday you'll be able to figure that out.
Yeah. Player's gonna file that away and probably forget.
The final approach to the temple is very narrow and winding, and if you didn't know it was there, you probably wouldn't be able to to follow it. Like Gilly and Marasa to go ahead and make a perception check for me.
22.
21.
At a couple of points where it looks like there's no way that we can go from here. I'm sorry, and I missed Gilly's.
22.
22. Okay, I heard a number and I got excited. Um, so at a couple points up this winding path up the mountain, you're like, "There's no way we can go here." And then there's like a duck around a rock, and then suddenly a path opens up. Like it's hidden on the way up this mountain. And on a couple of these turns, Gilly, you might notice it on the first one and then Rasa on the next. You do see like an odd symbol carved on a stone, and you almost miss it because it's just scratchings on the stone. But it's clearly deliberate. It's clearly a trail marking of some kind. And Rasa specifically, even though you got a 21, you hang out with Snaps a lot, and you're familiar with her holy symbol and what it looks like. And after the first couple of them, you're like, oh, that's like a simplified, primitive version of the Veiled One's symbol, just as a trail marking. And I'm going to send something to the DM about that later. But yeah, we make our way up to the top. We're going to make our way up to the top of the mountain and up to this kind of flat plateau. And ahead of you, you're going to see a dark band of stone in the mountain with doors set into it. And on this plateau, it's largely flat. Um, if you take a look at it as you're walking across to these doors, you will see that there are scorch marks on the stone, probably from years, decades, if not longer, of bonfires out here. Um, you're also going to notice some more recent scratchings, like from giant dragon claws along the stone. Um, and as we approach the doors, foggy,
Yes.
your vision kind of goes dark. And all you see are the familiar shades of gray that come with dark vision. And you're looking at yourself. You are faced away from your observer, head tilted slightly as though listening for something, but the natural stone corridor is silent. You watch as your hand moves to the wall beside you and it begins to write with mold earth, and you are warning your watcher of the number of enemies ahead. You must be listening to Rasa in your head, and you know that this is Snap's memory. And after a heartbeat, you realize that you remember this too. This was the day after you met Snaps. This is that cave where you all saved Rotha from a band of hobgoblins.
Mm-hmm.
You watch as you turn and meet Snap's eyes, and the two of you nod slightly to each other in understanding, and her hands grip her walking stick a little tighter. And you're no stranger to feeling emotions that are not your own. In this moment, you feel a little bit of fear and the anxiety of knowing that a fight is coming, but you also catch excitement and trust and hope. Snaps has never worked with a group of people like this before. And there's nothing that you might call love, not yet, but there is the seed of something starting there. And as your sight clears and you begin to find yourself in the present again, you feel one final swell of emotion, resolve, and love. And from that first adventure to this, you and your friends, you know you have done good in the world, and there have been moments of love and joy together. No matter what happens next, Snaps has not regretted joining you, not for a moment. And the feeling is gone.
How warm did Maev's hand get?
Maev's hand got quite warm.
Cool, 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 cool. I think I'm just gonna kind of like scan my people and see if anyone's particularly, because I didn't remember anything. See if anyone's particularly stirred one way or another, and if anybody is shaken, move closer to them.
Foggy's fine-ish, but he's clearly a little.
Cool, 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 cool.
He is Foggy, not Karak driving.
Foggy is driving today.
Foggy's driving.
And we're arriving at the entrance to the community that is the Morning Temple, or the actual temple itself?
These are the outside front doors.
Okay.
You are not going into the inner sanctuary yet.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
One moment here. And so we are going to enter the main doors of the temple. Guest is actually going to go ahead and open up the big stone doors, and you're going to go into this large entryway. And I do apologize, I have no maps for anything. Everything is just text.
That's okay.
Ahead of you on the other side of this large room. So you entered from the east, so you're facing west, and there are doors on the other 3 walls of the room as well. The doors straight ahead of you are larger, and those are the ones that you went through into the inner sanctuary of the temple, and they are carved with swirls of incense, and there are tapestries hung on the wall. There's a slightly ajar door to your left, which is south, and then there's just an open passage with no door to your right, which goes north. And you can see that one kind of curves down and into the mountain. And then waiting for you in the entryway are the final 2 folks from your dream. You see High Priestess Silver and I guess you don't know his name yet. The older gentleman who he. Are you all familiar with the animated Robin Hood and Friar Tuck, the badger? It kind of looks like
Yes.
him. Yes. So he's like a tabaxi, but he looks like Friar Tuck from the animated Robin Hood. Just like a little old rotund guy, and his fur is starting to go bald a little bit up top. And they're waiting for you. And High Priestess Silver is, as you're all entering the doors, and Hidden Ice is actually going to close the big ones behind you guys as the priestess steps forward. And as she opens her mouth to introduce herself, the somber atmosphere is broken by a loud squeal from that passage to your right. And there's a flurry of movement as a tiny tabaxi cub, no older than 4 years old, bursts through the doors and runs across the entrance hall. And the fur of her face and paws are just smeared with some sticky, syrupy substance. And she's just giggling madly as her tiny legs pump as fast as she can. And she sees all of you, and her eyes go really big, and she tries to veer away. And she's just beelining for those doors on the far left side of the hall. And there's just this bellow from the hallway behind her. Tranquil snowflake of the Morning Temple clan, you get back here. and there's this harried-looking
Lord.
tabaxi woman in her early 40s just charging through the doors, just having him puffing. And she's missing most of her left arm. The sleeve is pinned up at the shoulder, and under her right arm is another cub slung over her hip, just identical to the first, and just sucking away at a syrupy paw. I don't know how she's going to catch this cub. And yeah, so as mom gets closer, the little one that's running is going to try to duck around the group of strangers and run to the other side toward the main doors.
Can the fellow mom intercept and try to wrangle the small child?
With Rasa
Yes.
associated.
Rasa and Mayev, I guess, roll some kind of dexterity check. I just wanted something happy to happen before the end of this session.
That is
Roll
appreciated.
the dexterity, just a straight dexterity.
21 dexterity.
21 dexterity, and from Mayev,
Oh, not bad, not bad. 17.
cool. So this kid ducks around the group of all of you, and just ducks and weaves, and is just like, it's like trying to chase a greased hog.
Mhm.
And then suddenly Maya, boom, is right there in front of her, and she just squeals as she kind of skids to a stop, and she tries to flip around and go the other way, and then suddenly she is captured by this scaly white dragonborn lady, and she's gonna stop, and she's just staring at you, and she's just frozen, and she's gonna reach out a sticky paw and stick it on your nose.
And Rasa will probably giggle and up. And then just
And-
in a fit of fun, because occasionally kids throws her like a sack of potatoes over her shoulder so that her feet are straight up in the air
Very good.
and just
And there
walks
is
her
squealing.
back over towards her mom.
And this poor woman is out of breath and has clearly been cooking. She's wearing an apron, and she is also covered in this sticky, syrupy stuff. There was clearly some kind of terrible dessert accident down in the kitchens. And she's just thanking you. And there's there's an older woman and an older gentleman coming out of the doors on the other side of the hall, just clearly elderly, but they're gonna come and they're gonna help her gather this extra child away into the other room. But yeah, that happened. And the high priestess, who is, if she's like in her 70s or close to 80s, she's just watching all of this with clear amusement. And I am Moon on Silver Snow, high priestess of the Morning Temple, and she's going to wave a hand over to the gentleman. This is Clanking Bottle, and welcome to the Morning Temple.
Blessings of Saluna and all.
And ask, what's your passive perception?
Good call. 14.
14. Say that's enough. She's going to smile. Her smile actually gets a little bit wider at you, and she's got a walking stick, clearly used for function, and she's going to move a little bit, and you know moony things. You're going to actually see a moonstone ring on the index
Ah.
finger of her right hand, and she's going to smile a little wider and do the kitty cat head nod. And blessings of the Veiled One on you.
We're Fates
And
Wanderers.
welcome, welcome, the Bates Wanderers clan to the Morning Temple. I believe all of us are eager to see this chapter through to its conclusion. We have made the chapel ready, and if you are prepared, please come in. And she's going to start toward the big doors at the other end of the room. If
Dusk will gesture to Foggy. Lead the way, brother.
Yeah. And I lead.
and as we get to the doors, I believe Gilly wanted to do something.
Yeah. So, crossing through this open air, watching the child running around, all of that, Gilly was very Gilly. The fluid dancing movement that is Gilly, the light-footed, light-hearted Gilly-esque person that you know. In the last 5 steps approaching this doorway that Silver has just gone through, their pace slows and the gliding nature becomes more intentional. Each footfall seems more firmly planted. And as they arrive at the threshold of this room, this sanctuary on the other side of the door, there is a whole body reverence that takes over them. And they close their eyes and melt gracefully into a complete kneeling position at the center of the doorway. Their hands come down in front of their knees and spread apart across the threshold itself and come back together, eyes closed, breathing very slow and deep. And there is a breath or two of silent focus, as if they're like waiting for something or someone to do or say something. And then after a moment, they rise smoothly and pass through the doors with a calm, relaxing exhalation as their eyes open. And I'm not sure whether you want a perception check from everyone or just the people that would be in front of Gilly after Gilly gets to their feet. I think just the people in front of Gilly, so who went into the sanctuary before they did, should roll a perception check.
All right.
So that should be Foggy and Dusk and
Yeah,
Silver and
Maya's definitely sticking next to Foggy during this.
So you're already in as well.
And I didn't see shit. That's a 4.
Okay.
19.
19. Anybody else paying attention to Gilly while they're doing this?
I don't know if my
You're breaking up. I didn't hear what you said.
I'm not sure if Rasa would have been inside, and Dusk already said that he was in the back. So
Okay. So really, Foggy and Silver probably would have noticed that as
got a
Gilly
23.
Yeah,
Yeah.
as Gilly rose to their feet and took that one last long, slow, relaxing breath, their shoulders came down to a more relaxed state and the eyes fluttered open. And for a moment, they were more blue than green. And then a blink, and they were green again.
Hmm.
And then they're just going to enter the space and wait for instruction from Silver. And you guys can decide whether we're doing this tonight or we're doing it next week. I think we should do it next week.
I'm
Will is
exhausted.
begging for us to do it next week.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
And it could be
yeah.
a relatively short session. Just this, what's going to happen
Mhm.
next, and the fallout from that, whatever it may turn out to be. And possibly one or two more little things, and then we could shut it down relatively early next week, I think.
That
Unless you
sounds
people
like a
get to
plan.
be too chatty about things, and then it could last a while.
Alrighty. We'll call it there, and we will begin next session with bringing snaps back, finally.
All
Finally.
That's what we
We'll
both
right.
And then we'll take a week off. And then we can either do Dybrook if there's more time that's needed for Witchlight, or we can do a Witchlight session 0, and then we're going to be off for the week after that.
All right. For now, though, goodbye, YouTube.
Goodbye, YouTube.
Night all.